Hello, Dr. Hoskins and Cohort M. Thank you so very much for taking the time to watch my presentation. I work for Duval County Public Schools in the ESE department. And the grant that we are applying for is the Leadership for the Employment and Economic Advancement of People with Disabilities. And this grant was published through the Department of Labor Office of Disability Employment Policies. The minimum that you can apply for with this grant is 1 million. The ceiling of this is 2 million. Just to let you know a little bit about the department I work for. Exceptional Education and Student Services Department is committed to supporting students with diverse learning needs, their families, and schools in providing access to a high quality education. Well, intellectually disabled and autistic spectrum disorder students can participate in two different programs, either supported level academics or communication and social skills programs. I work with both of those programs, and those programs are set up in a school within a school concept. The problem that our grant will address is that intellectually delayed students have a difficult time finding gainful employment. They also struggle with navigating pre-employment services, which can be very tricky. And then there are employment agencies or services that exist, but there are minimal agencies that work with persons with disabilities. The purpose of this grant is to improve the job readiness and the rate of employment of persons with disabilities in the targeted areas. It was Ellen Camp who said, "Work is vital to people with intellectual disabilities, and many of them want to work on a regular basis. So what we want to do in our program is help them find work." The key benefits: by improving the readiness and rate of employment within this targeted group, we will increase employment rates of persons with disabilities who are looking for work, increase mentorship relationships between the students and prospective employers, also increase their independence, their ability to do things on their own, and then reduce their reliance on Social Security benefits. Also, there will be an overall improvement of the vitality of life of persons with disabilities, such as their ability to live and travel independently, and then also interact within the community with limited assistance. The goals of this grant is to reduce the unemployment rate among persons with disabilities enrolled in our program by 20% during year one, and improve persons with disabilities employability skills by 20% in year one, and increase connections between the targeted population and prospective employers by 15% in year one. The reason I say year one is because these tasks are like turning the wheel on the Titanic. We know that it can be slow, and it is our intention to run this program for a minimum of 5 years, because students can stay enrolled in the program to the age of 21. So we plan to apply for the grant for 5 consecutive years. By improving the readiness and rate of employment within this targeted group, persons with disabilities will be poised and prepared to engage in meaningful life experiences on their own. The project activities are vast, but each student will re-enroll each year, and they have the option to return or not. They will begin with a pre-assessment, and then we will have job skills training curriculum. It will cover soft skills as well as hard skills. Some of the soft skills that we will teach students are handshaking, eye contact, clear communication, listening, self-control, so very important, positive attitude, conflict resolution, taking responsibilities for your actions, as well as the proper use of a good sense of humor. We'll also teach the obvious hard skills things such as resume writing, applying for a job, resume writing, apply for a job, interviewing, and also hygiene, which is so important with our population Oh my goodness, we won't go there. But the lecture series will also include things such as pros and cons of working, employability skills, what are they and why do I need them, money management and independent living, as well as vocational rehabilitation services. Representatives will come in at the end of each year and they will make sure that students are signed up for other services that are available in our community. And then we will end with the post assessment, which is the same set of 10 questions that the students are asked at the beginning of the program, and we will measure how much they have learned and the knowledge they have gained. Our timetable is right here before you. The application deadline is May the 1st. The award date will be July the 30th. The enrollment and pre-assessment will take place during the month of September, and by the 30th, we will shut down the enrollment. And then the mid-year review will happen December the 15th. Program evaluations by March 23rd. And the end of the year report, though it is not due until June, we will project April as our completion date so that will give us enough time to complete the report and get it in to the federal department on time. Our evaluation will consist of mixed methods, quantitative and qualitative, and formative and summative. Our formative evals will be in the form of tests and quizzes to the students, exit slips, questionnaires, and synthesis of content. The main synthesis piece will be their completion of their resume, and then feedback from their job coach. Summative evaluations will be in the form of the end of the year portfolio that is required by every student, and then mock interviews. What we will do is have various employers come in for a round robin style. It's almost like speed dating. The students will take their completed resume and they will have it. They must complete at least 3 mock interviews with real employers, and they will be observed. So that's where the qualitative and quantitative research comes in. With our quantitative research, we will look at archival data of the students. We will look at jobs that they've held in the past. We will look at their performance appraisals, and then we will have conversations with the students to make sure that they understand that Big Brother is watching you at all time and you must be on point. We'll also have opinion polls and then calculating portfolio results at the end of the program. Then our qualitative research will be survey methods such as the observations, and then interviews, focus groups, and anonymous surveys by the employers. Again, I think I mentioned that when they go to work, they do not go by themselves. We have job coaches who go with them, and at the end of each day, the job coach must fill out an assessment and grade the students in 5 different areas. Their resourcefulness, their ability to perform the functions on their own, and then we review with the students at the end of each 9 weeks how they've performed on the job, and then we rotate them in different jobs to give them opportunities to go to different styles of industries. And the industries that we are currently working with are restaurants, retails, warehouses, grocery stores. The budget, as you can see, is quite steep, but as I mentioned at the beginning, this particular grant by the Department of Labor Office of Disability Employment, the minimum that you can ask for this grant is $1 million. The maximum is $2 million. The in-kind from Duval County Public Schools with our partnership with either FSCJ or Edward Waters University is $3 million, and we're asking for a mere $1,278,000 from the federal government. That will come in the form of personnel, materials and supplies, facilities and equipment, travel and subsistence costs, and also other expenses, for a grand total of $1,278,000. I want to thank you so very much for taking the time to watch my presentation, and I hope you have a blessed and wonderful day.